Hey, what's up guys? Spencer Rhodes here, and this is my video about the Carl Grimes situation and who I believe is the one that actually pulled the trigger and made the decision, who made the final decision on killing Carl Grimes. You know, it was a really popular belief before the premiere of episode 8 when it was revealed that Carl got bitten. Before then, it was a popular belief that Carl was dying because the actor wanted out, because the actor had said several times that he wanted to go to college and that he had criticized the show several times. So a lot of people believed that Chandler Riggs was wanting to go off to college. I was one of those people. I believed that that was the reason. That would be the only possible reason that they would kill off Carl. And now it's pretty much come out that he didn't want to die in season 8. Like, maybe he wanted to leave, but he didn't want to leave this season. And it hasn't really been revealed who actually made the decision. It's pretty much comes down to Scott Gimple or AMC. It's one of those, or it's both of them. AMC, as we know, is a cheap corporation. They're very cheap. You know, that's why we have all these problems with the show, like the bottle episodes, the filler episodes, the bad CGI deer. When we have episodes where it seems like nothing happens and there's only 1 or 2 characters 4 episodes in a row, it's AMC. AMC is cheap. The Walking Dead has always had a low budget. They don't have enough money because AMC is cheap. They don't want to spend money. They just want to make as much money as possible. They want as much profit as possible, but they don't want to spend money on the show, which is just stupid, because if people get pissed off about The Walking Dead having filler episodes, bottle episodes, and they are getting pissed off, very much so, you know, people are going to stop watching The Walking Dead, and there goes their profit. There it goes. You know, that they're trying so hard to make money that they're shooting themselves in the foot. And that has been a problem for years. I remember back in season 2 when they ordered twice the episodes of season 1, and then it was like a quarter of the budget. You know, it's like The Walking Dead was getting popular, but they want to spend less money on the show, less money on the budget. Like a few $1 million here and there, it's not going to kill you, AMC. It's not going to kill you. Make The Walking Dead good. Spend money on The Walking Dead. And this is relevant because I believe that Chandler Riggs was getting paid a lot, and Carl Grimes was sort of a major character, and Andrew Lincoln, Norman Reedus, I think they're the top 2 as far as the actors, you know, the millions and millions they make per episode. I think they were the top 2 actors, but Chandler Riggs is up there because he's Carl Grimes, you know. He's Carl, you know, a really big character. He's been on the show since season 1 from the beginning. So I think he was getting paid a lot, and AMC decided, you know, Rick's more popular than Carl, so let's just kill Carl off. Maybe it was a creative decision from Scott Gimple. Maybe Chandler Riggs wanted to leave in season 9 or season 10, and Scott Gimple just thought, you know, hey, let's just kill him off now, so we don't even have to. We like, what's the point of doing his comic material if he's going to leave early? You know, and I just, it's just a mess. The Walking Dead has really just fallen apart, and I don't think it's going to get back up. I mean, see, I remember how disappointing season 7 was. You know, a lot of people thought season 8 was going to be the redemption. A lot of people thought that season 8 was going to be one of the best seasons, that they were going to, you know, learn from their mistakes in season 7 and make season 8 really good. And then season 8 made season 7 look like a masterpiece, at least halfway. We're 50% into season 8, and I have hated it. I don't care about the show anymore. I could spend hours talking about what's wrong with the show. I just know that a lot of people feel this way. Some people still love the show, and that's fine. That's fine. That's great. I'm happy for you. I wish I could feel the same way, but I don't. The Walking Dead has fallen apart. They're killing off Carl Grimes, for fuck's sake, and it wasn't even the actor's choice. And no one's really confirming who's responsible. Sorry, I keep stuttering. Who's responsible for Carl's death? It's not confirmed. There's a lot of rumors going around that it pretty much comes down to 2 major suspects. Like I said, Scott Gimple or AMC, or both of them teaming up together. Because as we know, AMC is a cheap corporation, and Scott Gimple sucks as a writer. He keeps giving characters dialogues that no one says. The writing of The Walking Dead has gotten worse. Season 3, Season 4, Season 5 were pretty good as far as the writing, the dialogue, and the character development. And then from there, after season 5, I feel like it kind of got worse. Like in the first episode of Season 6, where Rick is just casually sending out Alexandrians to their death. They have not been trained. They have not had a fair chance. He just casually sends them out to fight zombies. He knows they're going to die. You know, like they turn Rick into an asshole. And Season 6 had a lot of good moments, but that's where the problems started to develop. And then Season 7 was just bad. And then Season 8 so far has been a million times worse than either one combined. I think The Walking Dead has fallen apart, and the death of Carl is just, I think, just really bizarre. I mean, I don't know what they're going to do. Are they going to have Judith be like the Clementine type of character where she's like this 10-year-old badass? You know, who's going to be the symbol of hope? Who's going to be like the most important character besides Rick? You know, Rick's getting old. I mean, he's not going to use a walking cane. He's not going to have a limp. I think Rick will always be the main character, and I'm okay with that. But I was really hoping we'd get sort of a protege type of character, and maybe it's going to be Judith. Maybe it'll be a 10-year-old Judith, like being super badass like Clementine was. That would be kind of cool, because Carl's dead now, or he's going to be. I mean, that's pretty much a fact. And, you know, there's Daryl, Negan, Michonne, Maggie. I don't know what the fuck they're doing with Morgan, but yeah, I just think the show has fallen apart, and Carl's death, knowing that the actor didn't want to leave this early, even if you killed him off in Season 9 or Season 10, I think that would have been better. I mean, by then maybe you could have ended the show and you wouldn't have to kill him off. You know, I just think it was premature and too early, and they had already adapted so many Carl Grimes moments. When Carl goes to the sanctuary, he sneaks into the sanctuary on a truck and he guns down several saviors. Then Negan takes him around and makes him sing a song, and you know stuff like that. Him losing his eye. There's so many moments from the comics that were adapted for the show with Carl. They were going out of their way to adapt Carl's comic story, then they just kill him off in the middle of Season 8 in the middle of All Out War. What the fuck? How does that make sense? You know, like, what are you gonna do with that? With Lydia, and who's gonna be the guy that Negan talks to in the jail cell? Daryl? I hope not. You know, Maggie? No. Michonne? No. Rick? No. You know, I mean, they might as well kill Negan off. Who's Negan gonna have that relationship with? You know, I just don't get it. It just doesn't make any sense. I'm not a big TV Carl fan. I like comic Carl a lot more than TV Carl. But this is just weird, and it's not the fact that Carl's dying, it's just the way that he's dying, and the timing is weird, and it doesn't add up, and it's not just that, but it's the season in general. I think this has been far and away the worst season of The Walking Dead. I think this was the show's last chance to really turn everything around and get back to its golden days, and it's just so far away from its golden days that it's a joke. It's become a bad show now. I think it's gone on for too long. They need to get rid of Scott Gimple. Scott Gimple is shit. Scott Gimple sucks. Scott Gimple has made so many bad decisions, writing wise, killing off certain characters with the filler episodes and the dialogue and the story structuring. It's painful to watch the show now. That's what I feel like. I really do enjoy the early seasons. I enjoy popping in the DVDs and watching them, you know, watching some of my favorite episodes. It's still fun. It's always going to be fun. But right now, the show is shit. A lot of people have realized it, and I think more and more people are going to continue to realize it. And maybe the back half of Season 8 will be good. Maybe. But I don't know. I've pretty much given up hope. I think it's over. I think The Walking Dead has just really become a travesty. I don't even care about what season 9 does. I'm sure they're gonna put in Alpha, Lydia, Beta. I'm sure Negan will be doing whatever the fuck, but I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. It's fallen apart. The dialogue is so bad. The structuring is so bad. The episodes, the filler episodes, the bottle episodes, the whole cheap thing with the first episode tends to be really exciting. The 8th episode tends to be really exciting, and then there's 6 in between. They're just like nothing happens. And then the back half is the same thing. It's just annoying, and it's frustrating, and it's painful to watch. It shouldn't be painful to watch The Walking Dead. The whole point of watching a TV show is that it entertains you. You can feel bad things can happen. You can be heartbroken and cry and be sad, but it's not supposed to be physically painful to get through, like stabbing yourself in the foot all the way through and then like pouring lemon juice on it. That's what The Walking Dead feels like. Like watching the new episodes, that's what it feels like. I don't get it. I don't... Like, someone needs to get in the writer's room and slap some people in the face and be like, get your shit together. You've had time. Season 7 was making some mistakes, but Season 8 should have been the redemption, and it was worse. Get someone in the writer's room that knows what they're doing. Like, AMC needs to stop with the bullshit and have money and be willing to spend money, so we don't have all these insufferable bottle episodes and filler episodes and god-awful CGI and low-budget episodes. You can always tell there's a low budget. In episode 8, the last couple of weeks ago, when Carl was revealed to be bitten, that episode, when Negan and Rick fight, it's so dark. The whole episode was so dark. I could barely see what's going on. And I mean, it's because they have a low budget. They have a low budget. That it's that, and these people aren't, these writers and producers, they're not talented enough to handle a low budget. If you give it to the right people, they can deal with AMC's bullshit. If AMC wants to spend $100 on an episode, there's people out there that are talented enough that they can make Walking Dead good anyway. Scott Gimple is not that guy. He sucks. And I don't even know what Robert Kirkman's doing. I think he's just like, his head's up his ass right now because there is stuff going wrong. I like the comics. I like the comics a lot more than the show right now, but the show is just falling apart, and at this rate, if we get a season 9, it'll probably be the last season unless it just miraculously becomes really good again. Which at this point, I think it's too late for that. As for Carl, I don't know for sure what happened, but it seems to me like the actor wanted to stay. And that's the thing I didn't expect. I was saying, look, the actor wants to leave. And now it's revealed the actor did not want to leave. Chandler Riggs wanted to stay on the show. So it's like, well, why the fuck did you kill him? Carl Grimes, man, have you read the comics? Are you kidding? It's just like, why? Why? It's a mess. I've lost faith in The Walking Dead. I like the comics. I don't really care about the video games. I like the first 2 seasons of the Telltale. Then season 8 and season 3 was just shit. Like, there's a bunch of characters they got like no character development, and I didn't care about them. And yeah, it's just, at this point, all I care about are the comics. I think the comics are still good. I know some people are criticizing them because they think they're pandering to different ethnicities and gay people. I don't think that's true. I think it's handling it okay. But overall, I really like the comics, but I'm done with the show. I might not even watch season 9 at this point. Like, I just don't care. I don't have the energy to sit down and put myself through another 40 minutes an episode or 40 minutes a week of The Walking Dead. If it's going to stay this bad, it's on a crash collision course, whatever you want to call it, crash. Yeah, it's just falling apart. I don't know how else to say it. It's not what it used to be. A lot of people, criticize Glenn Mazzara and criticize season 3. I mean, good grief. I miss those days. I miss the days of season 3. Do you remember when season 3 was like the new season, and like I remember when it just came out on Netflix. The Walking Dead was so much more exciting and relevant back then. It was just so much more exciting. I couldn't wait for season 4, season 5, season 20. I couldn't wait to see the new stories and the new adventurers, and to see who would die and who would live, and you know, like go further into the apocalypse. And at this point, I couldn't care less. There's no excitement. There's no enjoyment. It just sucks the life out of you, and it's just awful. And it's unfortunate. It really is a shame, because you know, The Walking Dead was something that so many people liked. It was something that so many people could just come together and be a fan of. It really brought a lot of the world together. I feel like that's the special thing about The Walking Dead. You know, you don't have something about zombies and main characters violently dying that brings like grandparents and 5-year-olds, or maybe not 5-year-olds, but like maybe 10-year-olds and grandparents together in the same room watching it, you know, and exciting it just as much as each other, you know? That was what The Walking Dead accomplished. It brought so many people together, you know, and that was just so impressive. And now it's just, we're trying to hang on, we're trying to wait for the light at the end of the tunnel. We're waiting for it to make sense. We're waiting for it to be good again, and it's not. And it's only going to get worse. You know, maybe it'll get better. You know, never say never. But, I mean, they're killing off Carl Grimes. They didn't even have to. And they're not doing a very good job of explaining themselves, and it's just a mess. They keep doing this crap. They did it with the finale of season 6, where they rushed an underweight Jeffrey Dean Morgan that had a beard, and they did this really cheap cliffhanger. And then season 7 was just all over the place, just these miserable bottle episodes. And it's like, hey, remember Tara and Heath? You know those people that you saw 30 episodes ago? Well, now we're going to find out what happened to them. Who cares? It's been 30 episodes. Like, blah, no one cares. You know, it's a mess. It's a mess. The franchise, maybe not the franchise as a whole, but the show is a mess. And I blame AMC, Scott Gimple, and I think Robert Kirkman should... I don't even know if Robert Kirkman is doing anything helpful. I don't even know if he's trying to fix this stuff. I don't know. I don't know who to blame, but I know it's those top 3. Robert Kirkman, Scott Gimple, and AMC. These people need to get their shit together, and they're not. And they've had time to get their shit together, and they're not. That's basically what it comes down to. If you love the show, if you love season 8, fantastic, fantastic. But if you don't... yeah, I'm sorry, just, I don't know, maybe it'll get better, but if not, I mean, it's been 8 years, maybe it's just not meant to be. Not every show stays good in its 8th year. Sometimes it's just time to close the curtains. You can't do it forever. Maybe it's just time, and it's unfortunate, but I mean, I'd rather The Walking Dead end while there's still some respect than to just go on and on and on and on and on and just die this long, painful death to the point to where it almost ruins the older seasons. I don't want to see that happen. I'd rather see The Walking Dead end while there's still something to like about it. Anyway, sorry for the rant, but those are my thoughts and opinions. Let me know what you guys think. Don't be shy. Hit that like and subscribe. We're not going anywhere. We are going to make a ton of content. Don't believe me, check out my older channel. I have over 80 videos on that channel. So please hit that like and subscribe, and I will see you guys later. Bye.